I am not done writing. You have to pretend. Imagine you're the main character of whatever this world is, because this is the universe we live in. You could always tell yourself, things are going to get better. My life is going to be amazing. But then sometimes you feel hopeless. You truly feel like there's no way out. Like there's no hope for you. Like anything you try to do will amount to nothing because you are too smart. You know that anything you try to do will eventually amount to nothing. But you're smart enough to know that you still should do things anyway because this is your life. This is the way it's meant to pan out. Everything that's happening to you is meant to pan out this exact way. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what I believe. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you in this world. It doesn't matter what I tell you. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you, anyone. This is your life, your journey, And when it's over, how good was your life? When you reflect, who knows how far you're going to make it, because living already to any age past like 25 or 20 is already amazing. That you're live your time now, because today is the youngest you will ever be. Today is a brand new day. We have no idea what today is going to bring, but you get out there and you make the best of it. It doesn't matter, because let's think about it. You don't even remember what happened last week. You can't remember what that idiot told you off about. You can't even remember. You don't even know what you had to eat today. That's okay. Make the most out of your life. Start today. Start now. It's okay to start over. It's okay. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to let go. Sometimes you have to let go to make it come back. Sometimes you have to stop caring about everything. Not let go of life and completely, I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to walk around the street drunk. No. You're going to start doing things for you. You're going to start taking those thoughts, those actions, and you're going to start putting them into something. You're going to start putting that negative energy and start putting it into something positive. Okay, you're going to look up. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, you're going to look up again. All right, it's 10 o'clock. 10 p.m. The day is gone. The day is over. The moon is there, right on schedule. The sun will be back. It always is. The days are going to keep on coming. And what I've learned is you could sit here and mope. You could ponder. You could think. But it only does you so good for so long. Because you could spend your entire life alone. Because it's okay to be alone. It's okay to get out there and try to make the most out of your life by yourself. Because you want to be able to say no one made you do it. But make sure whatever it is you're doing it because you want to do it. Nothing else, because what you're doing is so important, you couldn't imagine not doing it. Okay? And don't let it matter what anyone has to say to you. Live your life, please. Okay? There only is ever going to be one you, one story, one original story. Yours. Just because Bobby stubbed his toe, now he's going to sit in his room and doom scroll on TikTok all day, when all he had to do was walk out of his door and meet the love of his life. No, I'm not saying that you're going to go out and meet the love of your life today, tomorrow, or anything as good is going to happen to you. But taking a walk, just going outside, taking a walk, it can do something for you. Just connecting with nature, talking with friends and family, talking to people. It can make you feel happy, but that feeling, that weight, it comes back. This is going to be my life forever, is this just what I'm destined to be? Look at everyone else living their amazing lives, and here I am missing out. Here I am struggling. Here I am trying to make a way out, trying to find a way, trying to find something, but nothing is seeming to work. Keep on pushing. It doesn't matter how hard things get. If you have to push the car, you push the goddamn car, okay? Life is going to get hard. Life is going to throw the most random, stupid punches at you, but it's all about you at the end of the day. It's all about shaping you, okay? Not everything is going to be good. Not everything is going to be bad, okay? Bad days only last 24 hours, and remember, nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. This body you're living in, this mind, these thoughts you're thinking, the problems you have now, the people you're talking to, the people that you're with, everything, it's all temporary. It's all going to go away. Cherish it, Okay, don't expect anything from the world. Go out there and just do something because you want to, and then don't expect anything from it. All right? And eventually you'll make your way. Eventually you will pave your own path. You know, you don't have to follow the sheep. You don't have to continue to do what everyone else thinks is correct. You know, you should just get out there and do what you want to do because you think it's cool, or because you think it's nice, or because it makes you feel good. You know? Don't do things just because it's acceptable by society or whatever. Just get out there and eventually you'll find your way. You know, eventually you'll find that thing that works for you. Eventually it'll all click for you. You know, but that takes time. You know, they said they should have planted the tree 20 years ago, but here we are today with nothing. We plant it today. You know, and eventually it will be something good. You know, your life isn't over because you're 32 and you have no friends, no job, and no life, and you're still living at home. Make it count today. You know, you can't get that time back. It's true, you're right. But you can still make it happen. You know, you still have the rest of your life. You know, because you don't know when that shift is going to end. You know, you don't know when you're going to have more yesterdays than you're going to have tomorrows. You know? You don't know when that's going to shift, and you don't know when your life is going to be done. You know, that's why you have to live it up today and be grateful for every single second, you know, and stop letting your mind be controlled by these random stupid things and devices and substances and social medias and politics and everything the world wants you to believe. Think for yourself. Get out there and figure it out by yourself. Eventually you'll find a way. Eventually all of this will work out for you, you know? Sometimes life could be scary and you don't know what's next and you don't know what's around the corner. But that's why you have to create it, okay? The best way to predict your future is to make it. Make that shit. Create it, you know? Sometimes you have to be crazy. You have to be a little insane. You have to picture the amazing car outside for a little bit until it becomes there. Or pretend to live that perfect lifestyle until eventually it's there, you know, and eventually it'll all work out, you know. But you have to fail a bunch of times. You have to live life. You have to experience it, you know. You have to keep on going. You have to let these ideas just flow out, you know, and you can't keep on holding it back. You know, just keep on holding it back and keep suppressing the world from the thing you have, that gift, that talent, that special ability that you know you have, that crazy thing that you're cool at, that you're really good at, but you're like, oh, that's so stupid. Yeah, it's not. Okay, get out there and do it. Okay, get out there and show the world what you're made of, and maybe you could change it, you know? Maybe you could be that person that everyone inspires to be, you know? Who knows? You know, who knows what this world is capable of? This is your first time ever living, your first time ever experiencing experience. If you have those ideas of, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do whatever, then maybe do it. Maybe it's meant to be, you know, because this is your first time. You don't know. You know, come on, this is life, you know? I mean, maybe it's odd. Maybe sometimes it doesn't feel real. Maybe sometimes it just feels like this is it. But maybe it's more special than that. Maybe it's bigger than that, you know? You just have to see it. You know, and eventually you will find your way out. You know, it just takes time. You know, but way too many times do I see people giving up. Because it's so easy to throw in the towel. To completely throw everything away and just say, yep, everything I've done, it means nothing. Whatever. You know, it's easy to just let the tears roll out and frown and let everything just be done. You know, but it's hard. It's hard to be positive. It's hard to stay happy. It's hard to encourage. It's hard to continue to preach, even though when you know everything is falling apart. You know, because it's hard, you have to stay strong. You know, and if you can't do it for yourself, then you have to do it for me. You know, because I want to see people succeed. I want to see people strive. I don't want to see, you know, I don't want to see people go through not what I have to go through, just that pain, you know, that, not the pain, but like that feeling, you know. And I don't want to see people feel worthless, you know, because you don't have to do something great. You don't have to have you don't have to have the best closet, the best house, the best car. It just, what can you do for others? Are you kind? Are you respectful? That's enough. You know, just, you're a human being, you know. You don't need all these materialistic things to be amazing or to be somebody, you know, because you already are. You know, and eventually it'll all make sense, and eventually you'll find your way out, but somebody has your back. You know, there's angels in the sky that have your back. There's people watching over you. There's things that are making sure you're going to be all right. You know, and eventually you will find a way. You know, you just have to get out there and make the most out of it, you know, because you don't know how long you have left. You don't know how long this is going to be here for, you know, so keep on doing it. Keep on getting out there and just doing it. Produce. Keep on being great. Keep on being you, you know, because that's what people are, that's what people have been waiting to see. Your unique character. So get out there and just show it. Be yourself. Do what you got to do. It is what it is. Life is just life. Get out there and be great. You know, and whatever that is for you, because I can never hop inside your head and understand the pain you're going through, the way you feel. You know, I mean, when I turn off this camera, things are gonna all start flooding back in, but you could find a way. Okay? You know, when you turn off your phone, whenever things get dark, you know, and it just left you in your room, what do you do when the headphones are off, you know? That's what really counts. You know, it doesn't matter what you tell people. It matters what you do for you. And eventually it'll all work out for you. Get out there and enjoy your day, guys. I love each and every single one of you guys. I mean, you guys are just amazing. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your day and stay positive.